Hey everybody, it's Karina with Karina Loves to Plan. Welcome back to my channel. So it is time to decorate my daily journal. So I'm going to show you guys how I decorate my Monday through Sunday daily spreads. And then I'm going to show you how I make journaling part of my everyday. So what I will be decorating my journal with will be my newest collection, my rusty pink circles. And these were released in my shop on Friday, February 10th. So by the time this video comes out, they will have already been released. So what comes in this collection are the rusty pink leaves deco. You have the rusty pink circles, the pink swatches, which I've already used, and then the mini leaves as well. And the colorway for this was actually inspired by Taranishi Opera Rose ink, and I really love this collection for that. Let's get started.
First thing I'm actually going to try and do is put the circles down with some washi. I find this combination always works really well. And then putting one of the larger leaves down. I couldn't figure out whether I wanted the bigger one or the smaller one. I decided to go with one of the mini leaves instead so that I could still have enough room to write. And then I placed one of the mini paint swatches with a to-do down on the side. And then on the right hand side of the page, I basically do the same thing. I take a circle with some washi and I basically try to differentiate or place the stickers down in different ways so that the clusters don't all look exactly the same. But what's the same as the mini paint swatches with the to-do. And I think what I try and do here is put more circles down at the bottom just to add a little bit more on each side with some of those mini black leaves, and then placing another mini leaf down on the side by the to-do. I'm trying to use as many stickers as I possibly can, as you can probably see. So I placed two more larger circles pretty much in the same part of the page for both those days, and then placing a larger leaf or leaves grouping. What's a grouping of leaves? Leaves. And then a mini paint swatch with a to-do script sticker, and doing the same thing but placing the leaves actually upside down so that they don't look exactly the same. I want there to be consistency, but I don't want it to look exactly the same on every page. So then placing some of these mini leaves around just to add a little bit more interest as well, and then placing some upside down too. I like that. I really like adding that little detail in the corner of the page. And then here, starting with the circles. I always like starting with the circle and washi. I feel like that, in terms of the design elements, for me is a really good starting point. And then placing some leaves. I always try to line up the leaves with one of the lines on the grid washi. And then doing the same thing on the other side with a slightly larger set of leaves, and then the paint swatches with the to-do stickers. You guys can see my method here. I try to keep it very consistent, very similar, so that I don't have to think too much about what to do on each day. And if I have consistency, that means it's easier for me to do, and therefore it's something I end up wanting to do. I think sometimes when we decorate, we put too much pressure on ourselves to make it look like something we've seen on Instagram, when at the end of the day, these journals are for us, they're for our own memories, and we make it look the way we want it to. So I try not to put too much pressure on myself with how I decorate these. I try to use up all of my stickers. As you guys can see here, I'm using up every single sticker that I can, but still leaving plenty of room to write. And I think this is the last sticker, just placing it up at the top, a different place than I normally put it, but I really like the way that these all look. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick, oh, hold on, I forgot one. Is there a couple more that I've forgotten? Yeah, really here, I'm just using the last of my stickers.
There's something so satisfying about finishing that many sticker sheets. Just, oh, love it. All right, so here's a quick flip through of what my spreads look like ready for the week. I really like the monochrome look of this, so I'm looking forward to actually just writing in it with my Platinum 3776, which has Pilot Iroshizuku Takesumi in it. So it'll be nice to just have the all black writing with all of the color just being in the deco. All right, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Missy.
Here I am taking out my journal, ready to start the day, and the first thing that I do is actually fill out my habit trackers using these Zurataki 1-dot markers.
It is currently 9:07 a.m., which is the earliest that I'm getting into my journal. It's a change in my day actually, because I'm starting my new work shift. So let's get into my to-do list.
So going in and filling in writing out my to-do list for the day. And a lot of the times I try to fill this in or write this out the night before, but sometimes it doesn't always work out that way, but we do the best we can. But the to-do list is a great way to start the day so that you know what you have to do. And here I am actually just checking things off. There's something so satisfying about filling in these circles. Absolutely love doing that. And now here I am just adding in my journal entry for the day. I try to do a little bit of journaling throughout the day, either, maybe middle of the day, maybe in the evening, but it's not necessarily all just one time all at once. I try to do a little bit every time something happens, or every time I feel like the urge to sit and write. And here I am filling in my 5-year journal. I fill in the weather, something I'm grateful for, and a little synopsis of the day. So really, this whole process is something that I try and fit in through my schedule throughout the day.
Lucy.
Another day, another to-do list, and these gloves I'm wearing are actually ones that I've knit myself because it's very cold in my office. So here I am using my Platinum 3776, and this has a fine nib and it is gorgeous to write with. Really, really love that fine, crisp line. Part of the journaling process is writing with my pens, and here I am in my 5-year journal using my Pelikan M605, as well as highlighting my new pen. Very happy with that new pen. So again, writing out a quick summary of what happened in the day, the weather, and one thing I'm grateful for, which for today was my new pen. Do you guys keep habit trackers? Let me know down below. Here again, I am writing another to-do list, and I decided instead of using my Platinum 3776, I was going to use my Pelikan M605, and it has Ferris Wheel Press the Velvet Ballet, which I think is a beautiful ink actually to use with these leaves. The leaves were originally created with Taranishi Opera Rose ink in mind, and I really wanted to match that, but I don't have that inked in a pen this month. So here I am finishing up my 5-year journal from yesterday and now filling in the weather and one thing I am grateful for today. So yes, another new pen. This is one from Little Pen Designs. So I love being able to do that in my grateful list and look back on it next year, the year before, and see the things that I was grateful for every year. I know seeing me write to-do lists every day can get a little boring, but what do you guys write in your daily journal? I know some people use it for art, some people use it for social media. Really, there is no one way to use the daily journal. I use it, or the daily spreads in the Hobonichi, I use it as a journal, I use it as a to-do list. You can use this for whatever you'd like. Some people use it for junk journaling. The space is limitless. Use it however you want to and however you're comfortable with. And then with the 5-year journal, this is the way I use it, but I've seen somebody use it as an art journal, like From Corolla draws, or what is it? She draws a different floral every year, and it's so cool going back through what she drew last year compared to her progress this year. Happy Friday, everybody. It is my first day off in my new work schedule, working 4 10-hour days, and I am exhausted today. You would think that I would get some rest on my day off, but here I am instead just journaling about how exhausted I am. I ended up doing way too much. I took Lucy on a really long walk. I went to my Weight Watchers workshop. I decluttered the kitchen, and then picked up the kids and took the kids out for bubble tea. And then it was just a very, very exhausting day, but really happy to have the time to be able to journal about it at the end of the day and the week and be able to look back. One of the things that I love so far about my 5-year journal is being able to see what we did last year. I'm so glad I'm in my 2nd year, and it just motivates me to keep filling it out more, to be able to see this next year.
So here I am on Sunday night. I'm catching up on both Saturday and Sunday. Just sometimes the weekend gets busy and I don't get the chance to fill out my journals as I could. But now, after a but a busy Saturday and Sunday, it's nice to actually take the time to sit down. Oh, I just heard a loud bang. The kids and Robert upstairs. But it's nice to just take the time to catch up on journaling and get some time to myself after a busy weekend.
So when I'm catching up on my journal, I try not to let more than 1 or even 2 days go by without backfilling, because I find that for me, journaling is memory keeping, and the older that I get, the faster it is for me to forget things. So I find that not only is journaling therapeutic, but for me, it is for my memories. It is somewhere for me to look back and think, oh, that's what I did that day. Like even writing something down as simple as what movie I watched or what the weather was like. I like to be able to look back and see those things. So knowing that journaling has that purpose for me of being a memory keeper, it makes me more motivated to keep up with it. So maybe that's something that if you are struggling with journaling, find a bigger purpose for it, not just for, decorating is fun and it makes it so much more worthwhile. But what is the bigger purpose of journaling for you? Is it for your memories? Is it for to calm down? What is the purpose of journaling for you?
Hey guys, so here's a quick flip through of what my week looks like now that it is all finished. Where is it? Here we go. Oops. There. So there's Monday and Tuesday, and I've added photos which I have printed with my Canon selfie, and I created collages using the Pick Stitch app. I love that sunrise, beautiful. And then of course adding a picture of my new pen, and then a picture of another new pen, and a picture of a back scratcher that my husband got me. Oh my gosh, I feel like I have to show this on camera because it is like, I'm having trouble with my shoulder, so I can't always reach to scratch my back. So my husband goes and buys me a back scratcher, and because of our sense of humor, he goes and buys the creepiest looking one. Like, seriously. Anyway, so I had to take a picture of that. So really, when it comes to memory keeping, adding pictures of anything, and I love that I'm going to be able to look back on this and see that. And then Rob and Robin went to their Valentine's party, and Rob sent me a picture of his face all painted, and then Robin skiing, and then Lucy cuddling with us watching a movie. And then lastly, I'm going to cover that. Lastly is Sunday, where we had breakfast for dinner, and then Lucy cuddling in bed. So that is my journal, my daily spreads in my Hobonichi Cousin for this week. I hope this helped you guys with just a little bit of a glimpse into my life, but also how I put or make time for journaling every day. It doesn't really take a lot of time. At most, if I'm catching up on 2 days, maybe half an hour, but really on a day-to-day basis, it takes like 15 minutes. That's all. So that is it for me. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, please leave me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe. Thanks for watching and have a great day.